Welcome to Clark's Place. Today we're going to put a fender patch on the bottom of these Daytona fenders.
You got the panels to weld this, but you got to grind the edges so your welder has something to weld to.
Yep.
We had to flatten this then because where it was bent to start with didn't line up. It has to come out just a little bit further. But we'll get it on there and tack it, and then this will bend up just fine.
I got you. Okay. I thought you were saying this edge was bent for like this
No,
piece.
no. This is all fine.
This is the piece that folds over that.
Yes. Like this. It folds over this piece that goes on.
No, other way. You had it right.
I had it right. Okay. This goes in here, and this folds over the top of it.
Yep.
Like this. You can see it's all folded over.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they give these two separate to you. But when this is lined up, it was too far. That, I mean, I don't need to show you.
Grind this off too, don't I?
Yeah, that whole edge.
Everything gets bare metal so I can weld it off.
Yep. So that's where we are on this. We can keep going with it. Hurt the camera.
That's pretty good, Doc.
Here. That whole edge.
Pretty good. Now let's go around the outside too.
Okay.
Let's make sure that edge is good. That'd be good.
What about the outside of that one?
Yep.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay. Welcome to Clark's Place. Today we're going to put a fender patch on the bottom of these Daytona fenders.
And then we can start. Well, we already know it fits on the car good. All the front nose fits good. Go ahead. That's good.
I like it.
I like it too.
No paint to pop.
You can see all my Frankenstein welds. These Frankenstein welds. These were actually holes.
Yeah,
and where's the
grind those down some more?
Yeah, I haven't ground them at all, really.
It's underneath side of the fender.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grind them
matters,
down.
Though. We don't want Frankensteins.
Yeah. And I even, the piece that we cut off, which I thought it was just going to probably be down here, I'd put a patch, and we ended up tossing
Cutting your patch out too. Huh?
So that was a practice.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
All right, cool. Well, we'll do some time lapse of getting everything tacked in and measured correctly next to the other fender to make sure everything's exact requirements.
And we don't need that on there.
Okay, so what we did was, even though these were very close, there was still a gap. In order to, we looked at this, how this fender comes down, and it just kind of comes down and is kind of just curves in flat.
Nestled up against this piece.
Yeah, it's tight here, and when we were putting this up there to where he had cut off the fender, it was had a big gap here, and he was saying we want to fold that up to that, and that I decided that this needs to be all the way down nestled. So
Technically, we should have this on the car to see how these line up with the holes, because it may need to be all the way down and bring the fender to it.
this is how it needs to be.
We'll see.
Let's measure this to make sure this is exactly the same measurement, and then now that he's cut that out, that should be our spacer to fill. This piece is going to have to be.
You just measure that?
I will.
Yeah,
this is going to have to be filed down more to make that. That's a great
cut it.
That's a great piece. So yeah, let's get a tape measure.
Okay, let's double check that.
Make absolutely sure what we're putting in is exactly what has been taken out. But yeah, how this comes, Doug, that is how it should be, which is what I was
I'm right on it.
11.5, unless you want to go in like that.
Go inside. We are
11.
almost exactly 12.
Okay, but measure where you measured, and then we'll pull the exact same way.
It was
Yeah, right at the edge.
right.
Well, measure from there because you don't know where that's at on this one.
Oh, I'm just going to go in the same.
In the center.
Same
Center
distance.
area.
Yeah, in the center.
Yeah, let's not measure to be exact when we're trying to be exact.
11 and a half.
Hang on. Could you over here for there?
I didn't think he was.
Yeah.
That's why you need to
A
measure.
little
and
over 11 and a half.
measure where you're measuring from so you get an exact measurement.
From the inside over 4 inches. 4 inches straight up is 11 and a quarter.
I'd say yes to that edge.
So 4 inches here straight up is 11.
So we're a 1/4 inch longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's why.
we can fold this back a little bit.
Yeah, this will come. The whole thing will come up.
You don't. That's not changing this.
Yeah, it's changing
Go to
this.
5 is right at that mark. At the 5-inch mark, straight up is 11 and a half.
11 and a quarter.
11 and a
11
quarter.
3/8.
Wait a minute. You're coming off the mark. There you go.
No, just go straight.
11 3/8.
Well, it's almost 11 and a half to the line.
11 3/8.
See, I'm saying you can change that measurement by pulling this
Not
up.
much. So 5 inches.
We're losing everything.
5 inches is here where my thumb
Okay.
Okay.
And that's 11. And then 1/8.
was. Okay, so go down this way
11 and a half.
to the bend. Is
To the
just
top
under.
of it.
No, I'm measuring
Oh.
down to here.
To 11.
So it's almost 11, not quite. So if we do from here
That's 5 inches.
into here, yeah, we're still off by a 1/4 inch. It's
So-
11 and a quarter this way to the bend. So we could move this bend back, move this back.
No, that is that. That's stamped from the factory. That's right. That's dead nuts. Since you put this on there, this is a 1/4 inch longer. You can see right there. If I line those holes up, that's a 1/4 inch longer. So we need to take a 1/4 inch off of this.
But I'm trying to think. When I cut it, we laid that up on there. And
I don't care how you
and
cut
drew
it. I'm telling you what it needs to be because it's too short. This piece should be right there, and there's your 1/4 inch. You need to take a 1/4 inch of metal off of this new panel. Take it on your belt sander and just take it down a 1/4.
I took those. I thought we had. Remember we were messing with that?
Which means we gotta cut these welds off.
Yeah. has to be cut off.
We can grind those off. I don't have.
I want it to be right, and you're like, we're winging it,
No,
and you said, "Oh
I'm
yeah, it
thinking
matches
all
perfect."
This
It
is
doesn't.
perfect, except that was splayed out more.
It doesn't match perfect unless it matches perfect.
Okay, we brought this over to the car, and before we cut this off
And shorten it.
and shorten it, we thought we'll put it up against the car. You can see this body line, how
It's
that
about
still
dead.
matches it.
Dead nuts.
And of course,
then the
we've got
length-
this flap here that's sticking out.
It will need to
we
be
gotta
bent
bend it.
over the under frame, but if you go along the rocker here, you can see that fender's
Absolutely.
gonna end up right about where it needs
Right
to
where
be.
it should be.
We got work to do to this rocker
Yes.
because it's been beat or smashed or something. We can go look at
Yes.
mine to see how mine is finished.
Yep.
But that will end up finishing like
Just right.
absolutely perfect.
Even longer. And now, of course, this will tip back because this is holding it back, but you can see the height is just perfect
with the cowl.
with the cowl. So we are good with where it is welded right now.
Yes, sir.
This makes it deeper.
What do you mean?
No, it doesn't.
We know now
That doesn't change.
that this is where this needs to live right here. And we need to extend the frame.
I need to grind a bunch of that off. So.
I'm just making these.
How about you get it to where you like it, and then I'll tack these right here, Dusty.
Yeah, I'm just getting these so that they're straight going up
Yep.
from the existing piece.
Then we gotta shape
Okay.
that piece to fit them.
I would clamp this.
Yeah,
I would,
Yeah, he's got a clamp.
That's why I got these little guys here. I don't know what I did with them because we shifted gears.
These?
Yeah, I just grabbed those too.
These are straight. You clamp it. Jed.
do some jedding on it.
Yeah, do some jedding.
Now,
You like where it sits?
Yeah.
I'm just catching the edge, and then I'll spot these in.
Okay.
And then it'll just be, you won't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. It's a matter of.
I don't know how that.
I don't either.
My father.
The fascia.
The fascia. Hiding my hat. Twist me one time. Like that.
well, I'm still pretty far off on here. I don't want
Okay, that's on there. Now, this needs to come right to there.
Hey, you want me to hold it?
I don't know yet. I just want to get it kind of seated like that.
That good?
I think right there is fine. Let me clamp it here. Yeah. Okay. Like that.
Hang on. I gotta try that.
You like that okay?
I think I like it. It's still.
So wants to spring out a little?
Yeah. And that's okay. Because, I mean, unless you want to just tack this down somewhere.
I can tack that.
Like right here in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like there.
Because we want that tack to be able to fold this over. Can you get right on the edge? Right closer to the corner? Okay. Yeah, perfect. We got it.
I'll grind that down a little bit.
Yeah,
and
then we can
fold
fold it over smooth.
it over. Yeah. like it. Does he still have that piece over there?
Yeah, he's grinding it down smaller.
Okay.
You want to put his tack here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean the piece that we took out.
Down here.
Just wanted to look, make sure it had a little gap right here. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
In that body line?
Well, that
it's got a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, even though it gets pushed down, yeah, a little bit.
I see. Okay. So you want to tack it right there?
I would suggest tacking it right there in the corner.
You like where it's at?
Yeah.
We should really, when we tie this in, make sure we've got the right curve as well.
This curve too.
We don't want it to be like a flat body panel hanging down when we've got a little bit of, I mean,
little play in it.
not just a little, I mean, you go from there to
a whole inch almost.
Yeah, let's make sure our curve is very close.
Now that's tacked in. That can be held right there.
Good enough, then I can
Tack,
Fill
and
in,
then push it down. Oh, it's down.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. See that goes down too.
Oh, that's the.
It's behind you.
So now test for everything clamped. Not too shabby.
Yeah, and I would say hold this up a little
You
bit.
welded this already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Just,
did you want
just
to
take some of the weight off.
Fit it to the
no, I
car?
would just say not a lot. Just,
Well, then I'm just going to tack in a few places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would just, I'm just gonna.
You're not gonna do Ian?
I'm just gonna hold it up.
I'm not that good.
Just take it and go.
No. I like to see what I'm doing. Thanks for grinding all the paint off of that piece for me too. That's considerate.
Yeah.
I was gonna snap, crackle, and pop everywhere. Thought I would put it to this. Let me see a little dot. Let me tack one. Okay, that's a good tack. That's a good little
You
tack.
pick this off now?
That's a good little tack.
Oh,
I
that
was
looks
coming
good.
for.
Are you time lapsing?
No, I think it's just
No,
good. Now
okay.
tap that in, Doug.
Well, I just think we got music going.
Oh, I didn't even think about the music. Okay,
Alright.
everything's tapped. Fit to the car. Make sure we don't have to accordion that in or out a little bit.
Hit that on that weld. You're tacking on a tack. You take tack.
Double tack.
Just saying so we can fit it on there better. Like this. Beat it around straight.
Oh, okay.
You got the little hand clamper?
Yeah,
You
where
get
is it?
right on the edge here and start folding it over anyway.
There it is.
trip it here and
Oh, yeah.
crease it right at the edge.
Yeah.
Don't hit anything.
Because this actually sticks out farther than that.
I don't know where I need to be here though.
I would go about there.
That is probably right around in there.
And you can't go any beyond that.
Yeah, no.
Cut that little bit off.
That needs to be over more.
Yeah.
There you go, right about there. That looks good. Yeah.
That looks good and straight. Yeah, straighten that one a little
Yeah.
bit.
That'll be good to test
Good for
fit it.
now.
Yeah. Now we'll be able to see that the reveal is good.
It doesn't actually look too bad.
Yeah.
Stop hitting it.
We got to beat that in and crimp it down.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
we
going
may
to
have to take a little and cut a little bit of this off
to get that to
to
come
get
in
it
where
to
it
come
needs
over more flush with that piece.
to. Yes.
Well,
All right, test
Yes,
fit
we-
fender time. You got it, Pop, or you want me to do it? Here, you film.
all right. Test fit our Frankenstein fender.
I got the front.
Let me get a flashlight here.
Let me get mine in first. Pop the front off.
What are we hitting at the
I
bottom?
think it's just needs to get under this lip
Yeah,
right here.
it needs to be pulled down.
Yeah.
There we go. But now I can't. There we go. Now it's tight.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't shave any out of it. Like, take this up.
Yeah. And it would have been too tight. Pull down on that if you can.
Yeah, I think
Even
it's
more.
gonna need to be
Well-
flexed.
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What you
we just broke the welds we
The
just
inner
put
piece.
in. That's okay though, because we need them broken.
Okay, that's about where you want it.
Okay. And see, it won't fold in because right there is not.
Well, I'm on my bolts too, but it won't go all the way in because
Right.
this lip. Yeah, because that needs to be folded over and then.
What's the
it'll-
body line looks good.
Yeah, it's down with the rocker.
Yep.
But whatever we just popped needed to pop in
Yeah.
order
Right.
to get this fit right.
So look under there and see what.
I think it's right here,
Yeah, it just popped free. I heard it right in here.
which is good. So now we'll just won't flex it when we put it on
Or
there.
if we do flex it down a little bit
Yeah,
it's
if
gotta
anything down.
before we weld.
Gotta be, because see, it's really tight right now to come off of here.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Set it.
That's where it goes up here.
Right there's where it should
and then
live.
This wants to pull in right there and it can't.
Right.
So it's good right there.
Okay.
So pull it off. And that's not sprung or anything when we take this off.
Nope.
No, it wasn't this. It was a
Yeah, I
inside
think it's
bracket.
fine. All right, take her off there. Or let me get up and I'll take it off with you.
You got it.
Got her. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see which weld top. Had it too curved.
Yeah.
Pop this right here, Liz. See that?
Yep.
And open that up some more. So that apparently
Yeah, for that
needs to be-
reinforcement piece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at the flex.
Yeah, we had it
There and here,
closed all the way up. Yeah.
these two
Yeah.
popped.
Yep.
Okay, so
Well, that was the intent to
I
see.
think what we'll do is we'll take and before you weld, I'll put just a little bit of back pressure on this and then weld it. Because you were pulling it and it popped, so it had to come apart. But, I mean, I don't want to bend it, but we want to keep it flexed out. And
I like
then you
that. I
weld
agree. I agree. We'll weld it with it just like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Back edge. We can see that.
All right.
Sure works. See if you can see the heat.
We've got our pieces
I tried
welded
to-
in.
Tried
Yeah,
to
you
weld
can
pretty
definitely
quickly,
see
so I didn't put a
where
whole lot of heat in
it heat marked as he spotted this in. This we ground off, so that's already welded. We need to do a tack out here, and I don't know where else.
Yeah, I don't think anywhere else.
I don't think
But
no.
the piece we put in there, he's got it all welded in, and that looks real good. We still have to
Got ground there. Oh, I see the.
Yeah.
take this edge. This has to all be bent over to match. So he's tacking. That might have that.
Not all ground up.
Okay, what
So
about
the spots
okay,
that
you
we
got
didn't
that.
get on the other side, so let's flip it.
Get that over there somewhere.
Washer clamp there. Maybe set it off.
Hopefully nobody has these kind of problems trying to.
Yeah, I can just see a couple spots here that have no welds in them. So
Hang on. Where's your hammer?
It fell on the floor.
we need the hammer.
Just gonna see if we can tap this down a little bit.
Okay, get the back of the dolly. Where is it?
Right here. And it's too big to fit in there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I can't get it up
Can
in
you just tap it?
Better?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay.
Still needs to be filled in.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Remember, I still got to grind all this.
Yeah.
Okay. He's filling in where the bracket on the inside blocked and he couldn't get to it, so he did it from the outside. But that'll all grind off and be,
It's all metal holding hands.
it'll all
now.
be metal, shiny.
This is all from the bleed through from the
bleed through.
back side coming through.
That's right.
So that'll all grind and be super
That'll
nice.
grind off. And then we're gonna, we'll dolly this over and make this all flow just perfectly.
Flow.
We've already fit it, so we know that it fits and it'll bolt up from the bottom. And then we got to grind the backside, still to do more sanding here. You can see some of this is still got Bondo filler for the finishing. I can still feel that dips. That's Duraglass that's down in there, the fiber. I tried to do the fiber first, but not until we get it primed do we see any little imperfections, which there may be here in the actual fender, you know, the big part of the fender that had no damage. So we'll just have to find that out after we prime it. But that's the last that we need to do to this fender for now as far as major stuff. We still have the other fender. We still have the other lower part to cut and weld on,
Watch out, that's still.
Yeah.
which I think we had talked about before. This whole piece ordered and the inner structure it needs to be done on the other fender as well. So that'll be the next video, more than likely. We'll just put that over the top of that and we're done.
Yeah, just rivets. I think I got a new rivet gun.
We'll just put some rivets in.
New rivet guns over there.
And then we'll throw some newspaper over it and slather some Bondo when she's done.
Paper mache, she'll be ready.
That'll take care of all these holes.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to Clark's Place. Today we started doing the other fender, where the other fender ended up, so we can kind of show that. I don't know how well we filmed everything yesterday, but I just kind of butt welded that in yesterday.
That's gonna all be ground off.
Yeah, it grinds off nice and flush.
Yeah.
And I think we did a pretty danged good job. We still got to bend over the top. We haven't done that, but
Right.
we wanted to get this one going as well.
And this is the top he's talking about, bend that folds over. But that's how it comes. And I guess this is how I marked the last one.
Turned out okay. However you did it last time.
I think we
it's
marked
just, this is a little bit lower. You
Which
see
is
that?
lower?
When you put your mark there, it's going to be a little lower because it's not perfect. You're at least a 1/4 inch lower. You're about to lose it all there too.
There. I think I put it on there, we marked it, and then we either I cut above it or below it.
Oh, did you?
There's the end. That's perfect right there.
Yeah, but you see, Pop, you're still down from where it should be.
That's the end of the tab right there. My finger's on it, and I put my finger on the.
Yeah, you got a gap there.
Yeah, but that gets down.
Well,
This is the. This fills.
this is
that
where
in.
we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
No, this fills in on that. See there ends up. There's no gap because this is wrapped around.
I'm saying there's a gap between this and that.
So look at this. If you put both of those on there, that isn't on there up and down, and this is shorter than that one.
I know.
And that's why we
had to
ended up
fill that
shorter.
other one. So
Yeah,
we can show that, I guess, too. I was trying to avoid all the extra work we put into
Well,
this.
we will, because we won't cut the. Ow! We won't cut this part off as far, but that's going to be harder to do. We're going to have to cut and then somehow leave
You can
this.
see where we ground it off, how it looks like flush. And
Yeah,
nice.
it looks fine. And then, you know, this will be a very minimal amount of filler.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but
Well, I
look,
guess I'm still not sold on what we need to do. I think you're right with the line, but maybe...
what does the line look like on the back side, the original?
I don't know. You want to put it up on its end?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do without dropping it. There we go. Okay, look, it's tucked all the way out,
Yeah.
so it's in there cocked.
Yeah, this is
one.
all pulled away.
If you put it all the way up against, see, this one doesn't. That'll have to be drawn up to it.
I see it. That pulls
See,
it.
it pulls it away from the edge. So we're going to have to remember that.
Yeah.
That one there, how did it turn out?
I think we put it flush with the bottom. You can see that's
Oh, but there's
bent over.
a little gap, but that should fold all over it.
Yeah.
So we did this one right.
I don't know if it's right or not,
Yeah,
but it's what we're gonna have.
Okay, now these should line up as well, but you use that as the guide.
See, it makes it down a little bit farther because that's where this turn is made, right there.
It doesn't go. This is too shallow. If I put it around here, it won't go.
I know,
over the
because it pulls it down. See, look, there's your guide. Put it where you
top. No,
wanted
I'm
it.
talking about how wide it is.
There's how you wanted it. Look, there's how much longer we ended up on the other one.
But what I'm saying is, it physically won't spread apart enough. That's why we had to flatten that one. The fold needs to come in further on it.
Well, it gets narrower at the end. That's why.
Well, I mean, to use this, all you can use this as a guide. is where your line would be. And then, because see, I can't, if I put this,
I know, that's not how you make your line.
you put it down.
Or you do it right there with that even. And that's
Right
what needs
there.
to be cut.
Right there is where it should be. All right, let me get, I don't know what we did with all of our tools we had. I'll get
Yeah, we're gonna go off camera and argue for another half hour. Then we'll be right back once it's all done. Okay, so we've come to an agreement. We put the tabs even, had it pretty much overlaid, put a line that's very close. But then we thought that these inner structure pieces went the whole width of the inner
And that's
lower
where,
fender.
that's where I made the mistake on the first one, is I took wherever my line, zit, I cut it all off
Yeah,
as
you
one.
can see there's the line on the outside and there's the line on the inside up
But
a half inch.
when you
or
put
so.
these together, this is shorter than this, and that's why we had to put the piece in over there.
I would raise this up a little bit and cut maybe
Yeah,
a
a little bit.
quarter inch
Leave
right there.
the line, and we'll cut this first before we cut this.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And then if we're gonna shave this down because that needs to
Yes.
plug in there and fit,
We
then
won't
will.
have to piece in that.
Yeah, no
We got a
piecemeal.
little buddy.
Okay.
There you go. See, this is the same way. It's a little short. We have to pound that out.
Yeah, it should go right there.
I know, but see now, it's way off down here. It's like we needed to have cut it way here when it's tiny, but we're not.
Let me see, move your. It's pretty close. Looks like it's a little bit in.
Yeah, it is. But I was going to say, if I put it out to the end,
Yeah, then we're way off over here.
I know. That's what we had to do on the other one. We had to flatten this out and have it bend different.
Oh, did you?
Yes, that's what we did. But this here,
I see. This is really close here. But
put
man,
put that on. Put that on there.
we seemed like we were knowing what we were doing a lot better yesterday.
Well, look how that popped up though.
Yeah, I see.
So that's got to be
We gotta work this metal and get that frame
We gotta-
bent back to where it should be.
well, it's like when this pinched that, man, that really drew it. But it was already.
Or it's been in an accident, or who knows what in 50 years.
Yeah. Well, I guess all we can do is clamp all that. And then when we weld it all together, it shouldn't go anywhere.
No, we don't want to put it in a bind. We want to get it sitting where it should be right now. Because then we get everything welded and then it's torqued the fender out. That's what happened with my quarters.
Okay,
Is I welded them too far forward on that one. And then the doors and everything else doesn't fit.
Yeah. What
So.
was that tool you had yesterday?
All right, more work to go.
Seen it too.
Yeah, you would have seen it. The reason this is sprung out, we just looked at this piece. So this got hit or somebody pried.
No, out here. It got hit here.
Yeah,
That's- and they pulled it out, but they didn't fix that
they
part.
drilled all the holes for
We
all
put
that
Bondo.
Bondo to go in there. So I think we've cut out all the Bondo
Yeah.
mess because this all looks pretty decent.
Yes.
So
It warped that.
So let's do some measuring, make sure we're getting the exact right fit that we need.
Yep.
I may need to put I may have cut off too much that we need to put in a smidge line of metal across there
I told you.
to drop it down. My fault, maybe.
I'm looking for the tape measure.
I don't know.
I need to grab another one.
Okay. Okay, what we needed to do, we've got the right height everything is fine, but the way this was splayed in, we've got that flattened to where we can get this completely welded flat across, and then where that angle comes down, we flatten this to where all that welds flat, and then we'll metalwork this
hammer
around.
and dolly that perfect in with the original wheel.
Yeah. But first, all this Bondo has to come
Got to
out.
be ground out, the
Every
back
bit of
side.
it. And then hammer dolly work, and
Everything
see.
has to be down to bare metal to weld it. So
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of Bondo in there.
no,
There
there's
might
not.
be a dent right in here
But you
too.
can
So
feel that. That is. They put a ton of Bondo.
right in there.
You
where
can
it
see
fit.
how it's rippled up.
Oh yeah.
That's all Bondo on this side.
Yeah.
So,
All right, cool. We'll get to grinding.
all right.
Here's what we're working with. I think there's a couple holes. Oh, wait a minute. The holes were drilled on the bottom side. I think this was all just metal worked, and probably in the 80s or 90s when this repair was done.
They probably tried with that brace back there. They couldn't get a dolly behind it. This is not bad, but this you can tell it's ripply.
Yeah, so
You
they,
can't.
they did probably without patch panels and without
Yeah.
modern stuff the best they
But it
could
wasn't
to
rusted.
get the car looking back to pretty decent. So
And they did a good job. But we don't want to put Bondo over old Bondo because it was all crackly.
no, we want to metalwork this as
Yeah.
much as we can
Yeah.
to get it as flat as possible. And I don't know what this little section is there. Looks like,
Just corrosion probably.
yeah, I guess.
That's why we'll have to do the etching primer before we put it.
Well, we need to etch everything.
Yeah, this is a little
But
bit.
we may get an English wheel and try to roll this.
But you can't because we got the panel back there,
Oh yeah, true.
and that's probably why they couldn't.
We take that panel out then. Take that mount brace out. Work that metal. Put the panel back in. Let's see what it takes to get out of there.
Yeah, oh look, oh man, it's
We got a spot there. Got to peel this. There's a spot there.
you get to peel all that.
Spot. Peel that, and then that all comes out. Then we could really work this metal. So we'll see what we need to do
Yeah, we'll see.
next. Okay, we broke down and changed our plan. Considering this was beat in
We'll go. This was
right here, this is kind of concaved, and you really can't work that without
behind this big brace. That's why they didn't work it before. So
yeah.
we're gonna actually buy an English wheel so we can English wheel this flat. We're
Yeah.
gonna play with it and see if we can do it. So what we did is we drilled out all the welds.
We just heard the last one pop when we were popping them.
We pried this edge off, and because this is warped anyway because it won't go down right. So this should be loose. It is.
Oh, you're gonna pull it? You gotta pull it up?
I know it. Should come up.
Could have a weld on that.
I think we're still stuck in this corner. Yeah. That very corner right there is still stuck.
Oh, we'll pop it out of there.
We'll have to.
Pop it out of there. Just twist it.
I don't know. This will-
Just put it in there and pry it up.
I don't know if it'll-
Let's see, you do have a little bitty bit there. Yeah, don't pry on the top of the fender, but I think
Yeah.
right in that corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drill it out. A little bit. Not much.
You can't just wiggle that back and forth. Get
Yeah.
it to pop.
Yeah, right. So as you can see where it's all still welded.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Now must not be strong enough to. With a sander, get in there and sand
Yeah, I
it.
can do that. So you can hold this.
Okay.
Get the new Milwaukee sander in the show.
That might be it. You pop it.
Yeah, I see a little edge right there.
Mm-hmm. You got her.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll grind all on this and make this pretty. I can see it's all twisted. So
Well,
we
we'll-
might put
we'll
it in the
stick
vise
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
thinking.
try to get, and we can keep trying to fit it back in here where that lays
So it
flat.
lays flat, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause see, it's still way straight.
So I mean, you would think they could sell this whole piece, but
They probably do. Why don't we look and just see complete Inner Fender support,
yeah.
and then we don't have to graft this back onto the new piece,
Right.
which is around here.
This one there, yep.
Yeah, just buy this whole new piece,
Yes,
sell
please.
that,
Yeah.
because we haven't even touched that yet.
Right. I think this is all AMD stuff, but
Then it's the perfect dimensions. We lay that up
Yeah.
to it onto the fender, and all good.
All
so I'm
good.
thinking for probably $100 or maybe more because it's Dodge. It might be
But-
$200.
and I was commenting earlier off camera that we could just, if we could just buy a new fender. No.
No.
There's no new 70 fenders. If you could find a decent used one. No. There's no decent used one. That's the problem with
Well, this is the first time. I mean, it's $750 for both of those new fenders on mine, and these you can't find. So
No, they just- nobody-
I think that's why this is the first time we've really gotten this intrusive
Yeah.
doing this work, because you need to do this work.
No, I know. This needs to be right. And I'm going to have that rusting through or falling apart in the future. Even though it's, it's a tribute. Obviously, if you had enough money to own a real one, you might search and find a real nice fender and pay $2,500 a fender.
Well, you've only bought the ones that we've found. I mean,
I know.
there's not many out there. So,
Well, the one I think I showed it was all Bondo.
oh, in another
Yeah,
video.
but that was only $200-300, maybe $300.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so we're getting a little more intrusive. This video may end up longer than
Yep.
some, or maybe I anticipated. We'll get an English wheel.
We got to get an English wheel. We got to get some etching primer, which we ran out of, and we'll see about getting this before we continue working on the fender.
Yeah, that would be nice if that sat down in there.
Oh, yeah, it'd be
all
perfect.
this is clean and ground and etched, and then bloop, drop it on there, and then
Bend it
wherever
around,
this
weld it
is, we put that other cap. If it's got a little gap,
Yes.
we'll fill in the gap. We'll do all that.
Okay.
All right, enough on fenders today.
Enough for fenders.
Okay.
Bye-bye.